Hey, Valiant Blaze here, Sole Purpose Gaming, and I've got some news on the Taken King weapons and how that's all going to work. Deed says in an interview that factions are going to have their own guns, which has always been the case, but classes are going to have their own guns. Um, Now, when he says this, classes are going to have their own guns, like, I'm not 100% sure if he means that, like, they're going to be class-specific guns, or the Hunter, Titan, and the Warlock inside the tower are going to have their own guns. It's a little misleading, if that's the case, because it kind of sounds here like classes are gonna have their own guns. If that's the case, I don't agree with this. I don't like this. Classes having their own guns, not really. I think everybody should be able to use the same guns, because if there's an OP gun that pops up on the Warlock side, then that makes the Warlock all the more powerful, or vice versa for Titan or Hunter. I don't agree with this at all, unless the guns are extremely weak. And in that case, then what's the point? Those guns suck. So I don't like that. But if the class Vanguard classes, if they have the weapons, then and everybody can use them, then I don't have a problem with that, because that gives you more of an incentive to get your level up with every character, as far as the Vanguard rating goes. Which is cool, because right now I don't have much of an incentive except for the little pieces of armor that usually suck anyways. But moving on, also more quests are going to lead you directly to specific guns. Now this is super cool, because a lot of times, I remember when the game was first coming out, they would say that, oh yeah, I ran into somebody in the tower and they had a really cool gun, so I asked him where he got it, and he was like, oh yeah, I'll go ahead and go with you and help you out to go get it. And when we got the game, it turns out that was total BS. Like, there's only a handful of weapons that actually have, a specific way of getting them. Everything else is just random drops. So it's kind of ridiculous. I think there's like 3 guns, maybe 4 guns, where like you specifically, like, so you can actually help somebody to get them. And even then, whatever, like, to get the bounty for them, is totally freaking random. So yeah, that was total BS on Bungie's part. So like, to actually have something like that is pretty cool, I think. And that's actually, like, what I'm saying, like, if I want to get Gun Destroyer 420 or whatever, somebody in the tower could be like, oh yeah, I got this because this guy drops it over here, whatever, but you gotta do all this crazy things, whatever, to get there. That would be cool, and that's the kind of game I want to play right there. Alright, it also says that the gunsmith is also going to have a new way to include you in his enterprise. Now, there's not many details as far as the gunsmith and how that's going to work, so I have no idea what they're going to do in order to include you in his enterprise. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Maybe you'll be able to turn in like specific items to him and he'll give you a prize. I always said that right now, even though like there's a lot of stuff we could spend like our useless items on, like weapon parts and stuff like that, you don't have anything for the wire for the Hunter, or the plates for the Titan, and so on and so forth. Like, you really, like, what I'm saying, like, I have like over 1,000 of each of those things, and like I don't have anything to do with them really. So it'd be kind of cool if you could turn that in, and maybe turn in spin metal and stuff like that to them, like bunches of it, and it'll give you a prize back or something, and maybe a weapon, or you could work towards something. That'd be kind of cool right there. Maybe you could work towards one of those weapons that you specifically get from that. That would make sense right there, kind of go with what we were talking about before. So that's pretty neat right there. I like that. And they also say that there's going to be a ton of weapons. In this interview right here, he actually states that he's going to have more weapons than the vanilla Destiny came with. So if this is true, and he's not like, trying to say like, just a variation of weapons, like, oh, it's the same gun, whatever, but this one comes with like a different scope or something. If it's actually different weapons, this is crazy. Because I don't know how many weapons are actually in the Destiny game, the exact number, but if it's going to be more than that, it's got to be a lot of weapons. I wish I had a specific number for you guys, but I don't. But just think about like all the weapons in the game, and more than that basically. So that's a crap load of guns. I'm not sure how they're going to balance all this. There's definitely going to be some OP'd ones in there, even though they're nerfing the current ones, which is fine. I don't have a problem with them nerfing the current weapons, because I'm kind of tired of using the same weapons. I kind of want to use new ones. So like, people were complaining about like the Yellowhorn being nerfed, and Icebreaker and stuff like that, and a couple other ones. Even though it sucks that they're getting nerfed, what I'm saying, because I kind of grew attached to them. In the long run, I think it'd be better for everybody just to use different weapons. Find your new favorite weapon. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for today. I think it's really interesting the way they're taking this Taken King expansion. I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be great. and I hope they don't disappoint. I know Bungie has a bit of a track record for making things seem bigger than they actually are, so I hope this isn't the case here. But I'm looking forward to fighting new enemies, new locations, and all that. Hopefully it doesn't get boring. Alright, Valiant Blaze out. Have a nice day, guys, and take care.